Manifestation is not magic. It's a choice. It is a lifestyle. There are so many different things that you manifest into your world without even realizing it. By the way that you think, by the way that you eat, by the people that you hang out with, by the job that you continue to go back to. Well, I just stepped through the door. Well, I just made the decision. Well, one day I just said, you know what? Isn't that how usually those success stories start? Nobody that you know that is successful, that has a life that you want, had it all figured out from day one. No one. Absolutely not. No one. They went here, did that, talked to this person, continued this for years on, had setbacks, failed about this, had a success with that, failed, success, and then one day you look up and you've created a life that you created on purpose. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Vantanart, aka Vantanart, and today we're going to be talking about manifesting. Now, I'm sure you've heard of the word. There are all the laws: law of manifestation, law of assumption, I'm sure there's more laws, but I'm going to lay down the law here and talk about my perspective of manifesting and kind of simplify it for you and make it make so much more sense. Because first of all, it's not magic. Like, manifesting is not magic. I am definitely the kind of person that comes from a very woo-woo past. Like, I love all things spiritual, metaphysical, anything. I even am a geek about religion. Like, I love all things having to do with God, source, light work, all that stuff, all of it. I love it. But my thing is that the reason why I'm making this video is that manifestation is not magic. Manifestation is everything. Everything is manifested, literally. God, source, light, energy, whatever you call it, brought you here, and you bring things here that bring things here that bring things here. It's like the book The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. If you guys have never heard that book, I'm sure you've heard about it probably. If you're on TikTok a lot, definitely check it out. It's an amazing book, but it talks about how art is art is art is art, and that every artist is everything. Like, everything is art, literally. Like, the person on the street that made the cardboard sign, the person who is a chef, the person who is a teacher, the person who is a content creator. Everything is art made by an artist, whether it's a building or the bagel that you ate this morning, literally. And it might not be so literal in a sense that it's so art and it's meant to be so thought-provoking and incredible. No, but there is substance and energy and vibration and almost literally everything. Like, I have some yogurt here that just so happen to be vibrating at a much lower frequency than I am, but energy nonetheless. This is going to give me energy. This is energy. This took energy to create. Somebody crafted this yogurt. There is an art behind yogurt. Like, literally everything is art. Literally everything is manifested. But I want to simplify manifestation for you. There are certain things that happen in life that are not by coincidence. There are so many different things that you manifest into your world without even realizing it. By the way that you think, by the way that you eat, by the people that you hang out with, by the job that you continue to go back to. Because everything really is a choice. And another thing that I want to remind you in this video, and a really important part of manifestation, is that your decisions are everything. Your choices are everything. And your feelings about said choices and decisions are everything as well. Not in that order, but everything you're thinking. If you're the kind of person that's that's always thought this way, that always thought, I have such a greater purpose over my life. Or, for example, me, I am someone who, as a child, I would joke about becoming a yoga instructor. I'm like, I'm going to be a yoga instructor. Like, yeah, namaste. I would just joke about it because I always seen myself in that space, even before you guys knew me as the, super spiritual yogi, Vantana that you know me as. Like, I was just once a kid joking about being a yoga instructor, but something always told me that I was going to be a yoga instructor. It was just so weird. Later down the line, I ended up looking for side jobs later in life, around 24, 25, I think I was. And I was looking for part-time work. So I was like, let me try and manifest something that I like. So I already had a full-time job, and I was thinking about what kind of jobs can I get that would align with what I like. So I'm like, well, maybe I can find a job working in some type of like wellness space, such as a yoga studio. And I couldn't just start teaching yoga. I had no desire to at the time. And I couldn't just walk in somewhere and just be like, yeah, hire me. I like this, you know? It was a very odd space to be in. So I started looking up different yoga studios in the area and just trying to figure out like where I can fit in, like what kind of jobs are out there. And I found this one studio that was allowing people to come in and clean like once or twice a week for however much money. And I went there and I was like, hey, I'm here for the cleaning job. And they were like, oh, like that's actually like, yeah, it is a cleaning job, but it's just to get a discounted membership. Like you're not really like just raking in the dough. This is not an actual job. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, I was looking forward to like making some side money, and the perk was to be in a yoga space. But in this instance, it was you are coming to clean, so you get a discounted membership. And at the time, I'm like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted extra money. But I quickly started taking classes there, and I became so obsessed, and I fell in love with the community and the classes and everything. And long story short, I ended up getting a discounted certification in yoga. So I am a certified vinyasa yoga instructor. And it was so incredible how it happened because, like I said, when I was a kid, I joked about becoming a yoga instructor. I never in my life was like, yes, I'm going to spend thousands of dollars on a yoga certification. I ended up getting a discounted certification. I was working at a steakhouse at the time, waiting tables, and I was making enough money to afford it. I did a payment plan. Now I am a certified yoga instructor since 2018. So that is just one of the examples of manifestation for me. If you're the kind of person who's always been into fashion or photography, or if you have some type of hobby that you really love, or if you don't have a certain hobby that you love, and there's something, maybe there's nothing calling to you, I swear, if you look for things, they will find you. Same thing with the yoga. When you look for things, they will find you. If you are the kind of person who wants to get fit, join the gym that's calling to you. Don't join any gym. Intentionally set that intention. Say, I'm going to get fit. I'm going to become the healthiest version of myself. And in that, once you make the decision, I swear the gym that you choose is going to be the gym for you. Like you're going to intentionally go into these spaces. You're going to meet people. It's not going to happen so A, B, C, D. You have to do it scared. If you are in a situation where you know you're in a space that interests you, that makes you happy, that makes you feel purposeful, but you're scared, go and, oh my gosh, those are the spaces you need to be in. Me sitting in front of this camera and then thinking about uploading it to YouTube. I'm clearly in a space where I feel free to create. I'm happy. I'm free. This is a state of this is a great state to be in manifestation. Now, having doubt, having fears, obviously are going to come with the territories. Everybody wants to do the scary thing. Everybody wants the banging body, but they're scared of the scary gym. Everybody wants to go and get their partner, but they're scared to go out on dates. Everybody wants to have millions of dollars, but they're scared to create the business. Everybody wants what they're scared to do. So what does that tell you? That tells you to go and take the shot. If that's something you want to do, you have to. That's a part of the resume. Like you have to be anxious and scared and worried. Like you don't have to be, but it's kind of unrealistic to think that you aren't. Like Beyonce, who is on her Cowboy Carter tour right now, guarantee you she gets at least a little bit nervous or scared before she steps out on stage. Probably not so much, but even Beyonce gets nervous, and she is spectacular. That is a part, like being a human, you're going to feel emotions like that. Another example is like, if your foot hurts and you're running, like I was doing a lot of running last year, and I realized that just in working out and running, that when your muscles hurt a lot, sometimes they're not hurting, they're just uncomfortable at the moment, and you just gotta keep going. Sometimes you might really be in pain and your muscles might just be telling you like, please stop, please stop. But sometimes in life, there's things that happen that try and remind you that to stop. But that doesn't mean stop, okay? Like, I'm telling you, when you're doing something, say creating content, and you keep going and you keep showing up and you keep posting, I keep posting on TikTok, I keep posting on YouTube, and you might get a hate comment, say a muscle strain, like, that doesn't really feel so good. Or you might not get so many likes or views. Again, your foot hurts, you're in the run, you're in the race, your foot hurts, it's telling you to stop. You're not getting a lot of views, you're not successful in it. Stop racing, stop running. Does that mean you stop? Because if my foot starts hurting in the middle of the race and I stop and I'm like, my foot's not broke, like nothing's wrong, but like it just feels uncomfortable. Like I'd rather just sit here and be comfortable on the side of the race. Do you know how many people are going to cross the finish line that probably have weaker shoes than you, that probably have been running less longer than you, that probably don't even care about running. They don't even care about the race they're running. And this doesn't have to be literal, but they're going to cross you. They're going to pass you because you wanted to be comfortable. And oh my gosh, I swear, I try and explain this to people, and it sounds like, you got to work so hard and like really push through, but you really do. And manifesting is not about sitting in your room, crossing your fingers and waiting for something good to happen to you because you're a good person. Yes, I know, especially if you're watching this still, you're an incredible human being. And I can tell because you want to do something good. You want to be something good for not only yourself, but for the world. And it's very obvious because you're still here trying to figure out something. So go out into the world with this armor of manifestation and protection and self-loyalty, self-preservation, self-belief, like literally like self-worth. And you manifest in that gym. You manifest at that job that you have. You manifest when you are walking down the street. Literally, focus on feeling good. Focus on staying in that manifestation mindset, whatever that is for you. Focus on allowing yourself to feel emotions. It doesn't have to feel good all the time. Manifestation is not about feeling good all the time. Life isn't about feeling good all the time. You're going to feel like shit sometimes. You're going to feel like absolute crap sometimes. And the truth is that the people who know how to self-nurture, the people who know how to push past that, because you're going to feel that, again, I can almost guarantee you that Beyonce has bad days. Like, and I keep bringing up Beyonce because it's like, I'm trying to dumb it down for you, but because it's like everybody has this idea that successful people don't have problems and that they don't have roadblocks or that they don't struggle with things that ordinary people struggle with. And that's why you see people praising these celebrities like Beyonce, and she's amazing, but it's like she doesn't have, like, yes, she is incredibly talented. Beyonce knows that she's just human. And that's why she's probably said it in the past, or, her fans are, people said, like, don't worship Beyonce. Like, she is just a human. She knows that she's just a human. These great people that you know of and that you idolize, SZA's coming to mind as well. I love SZA. SZA is a great example. She's insecure as hell. SZA's probably still has issues that she's still working through, but she has alchemized her insecurities, her pain, her passion, her beauty, and pushed and birthed so much into this world that has changed her reality completely. And that is manifestation. That her putting herself into these spaces that scared her, and she jumped and frolicked and sung in cursive. That is why she's gracing Grammy stages, because she did it scared and because she allowed her life to fall. She trusted the process, and even in moments, she even now she'll accept an award and be like, I don't know how this happened. And you hear that all the time because no one has a plan. No one's planning this stuff out. Nobody has the answers. Nobody, not even a Beyonce. Nobody that you know that is successful, that has a life that you want, had it all figured out from day one. No one. Absolutely not. No one. They literally had an idea, and it snowballed into something else, and they went here, did that, talked to this person, continued this for years on, had setbacks, failed about this, had a success with that, failed, success, failed, success, failed, success. And then one day you look up and you've created a life that you created on purpose. Literally. And then people ask you, how'd you do it? How did you do it? Oh my gosh. Like I remember when you were, you just, it's like you just completely changed. You're doing so well. Yeah. When you start having those conversations and you don't know how to answer it because it's like, well, I just stepped through the door. Well, I just made the decision. Well, one day I just said, you know what? That isn't that how usually those success stories start? And then they become who is sitting in front of you, you know? So if you're the kind of person who doesn't know what's going on, you're confused, that's totally normal. But what I want you to do is start having faith, because that is literally like putting gas. It's like putting gas into those dreams and ideas that you have, because it's like without it, it's like carrying your favorite watch with no batteries in it. It's like you got to give yourself life. You got to give yourself the juice and the permission to succeed. You have to give yourself the permission to feel good. You have to give yourself the permission to believe that you are capable of these things. Okay? Manifestation is not magic. It's a choice. It is a lifestyle. It is a decision. And I will leave that there, okay? Thank you so much for watching this. I hope that you received something from my speech. I hope that I said everything that I wanted to say, how I wanted to say it. That never happens, but I'm going to upload this anyway. Thank you so much for your time and your energy, because that is absolutely what? Priceless. And I'll see you in the next one.